I want to make something very clear if you're doing 6 figures a year with your agency right now. It is not in anybody's highest and best interest for you to stay at that level. And I've met some people that think, I'm just going to stay at this level of, $500,000 a year, $750,000, $250,000 a year. Let me tell you why. It's not in your friend's best interest. It's not in your best interest, not in your family's best interest, your client's best interest, any of your team members. It's in nobody's best interest for you to decide as the founder and leader of the company that, you know what, I'm just not going to grow this thing any further. I'm going to give you the reasons as to why that is and hopefully change your mind if you're on this train of thought like, oh, I'm happy at, wherever I'm at. So the first thing is very simple. If you've read Michael E. Gerber's book, I forget the exact name of it. I think it's called wIth. It's a good book. And he talks very simply about, people who, first time they become an entrepreneur and they get to, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month and they're making way more than they were making in their, job. Or if you never had a job, you're making way more than you ever could have imagined. And if you don't scale further as, 2, 4, 6, 8 years goes by and you're still at the same level of $500,000 a year, $250,000 a year, or $750,000 per year, you will begin to burn out because eventually you as the technician, the person servicing the clients, the person doing the deliverables, the person talking to the clients, also signing the clients, also doing your best to make sure the books are in order, also training people, hiring people, dealing with people that leave. You're wearing all the hats and it's quite absurd. It's a lot to do, even if you're only doing, $25,000 a month or $50,000 a month. Sorry, I just dropped my phone. And so what happens is you're going to start to burn out. I don't know how long it's going to take you. For everybody, it's different. But eventually you're going to say, I don't want to do this anymore. And you're going to be so tired and burned out of doing it that you won't have the energy to cross the bridge, ladies and gents. And I've talked about this bridge before. It's a hell of a bridge to cross. It's a lot scarier to cross than you think it is after you've crossed it, okay? So what is the bridge that we're talking about? We're talking about going from being an agency that is 100% reliant on you as the founder and if you die, the agency dies, okay? Versus building an agency where you as the founder will continue to live on if you die. That's the big difference here between, crossing this bridge. And typically the bridge crossing starts somewhere between $20,000 to $40,000 per month, okay? And the big achievement of like, wow, I've built a company that could really stand, the test of founder death will begin to occur around $100,000 per month. Now, I'm speaking from my own experience in my own agency. These numbers could be off. I've just never met somebody with a business of $50,000 a month that had a really good leadership team and another layer of management below that and a team below that. And simply, it's just not feasible because talent is expensive and you can't build a large team unless you're somewhere in the world where salaries are very cheap and you could do such a thing with $50,000 a month. There are places where that's possible. Anyways, what's going to happen is you will get burned out and you won't be able to sell the company because you own a high-paying job, not a business, not an agency. You own a high-paying job, and that sucks, and most people don't want to buy that. And so what ends up happening is something very sad. You close the doors. You close shop. You don't sell for anything. You just let go of your book of business, and one day you give up. And maybe you take a decent salary job at another company because you have built up a lot of expertise in this one little, narrow market of whatever it is that your agency is doing. But it's unfortunate because had you crossed this bridge, had you put in the energy, the time, and the effort to build something that can, live and pass the founder death test, you would have been in a much better scenario. Your family would have been in a better scenario. Your friends, your clients, your team members, everybody wins when the company grows. But the company doesn't grow unless you as the founder decide that you want this thing to grow. That is really what happens if you stay at 6 figures, is closing shop, burning out, not ideal for anybody. It's a lose-lose for everybody. So ladies and gents, some food for thought. Let me know your thoughts on this video below in the comments section. Hope you enjoyed it. If you need help crossing this bridge, okay, that is what Agency Enlightened is all about. The one thing it's all about is really helping people build an agency that can, begin to grow without the founder. If the founder dies, the founder goes in coma for 6 months, the agency will continue to thrive. And that's why I feel very strongly that it's an important aspect because there's a lot of people that are happy over here and they maybe don't foresee what happens if they stay here. Okay. All right. Much love, everybody. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.